Meantime, the federal government releasing billions of dollars in long-awaited grants to airports around the country that have suffered through the pandemic slowdown. Phil LeBeau joins us with the latest there. Phil.
Andrew, this is an important day for dozens of airports around the country. It's not that these airports were going to go under or go into bankruptcy, but they have struggled over the last year and a half to fully commit to the projects, to the payrolls of a number of their people. And as a result, they're going to be needing this money that is going to be awarded by the FAA, a total of $8 billion. It's going to be used by the airports in a wide variety of ways. Some to offset expenses, some to cut their debt, some to help pay for lost rent. And yes, there is a component to make sure that at least 90% of the airport employees remain employed by the airports that take these grants. Airline passenger levels, they're down anywhere between 20 and 30%, depending on the day of the week. I just checked on yesterday's numbers, down 25%, another day where more than 2 million passengers were flying. Take a look at the airline index. The passenger levels are approaching 2019 levels, but we're not there yet. We're still down anywhere between 20 and 30% overall. As you see more business travel come back over the next couple of months, most believe you'll get that back into that down 10 to 20%. It's the international component. That's really what the airlines are waiting on, especially some of these airports that have international flights. They have hurt a little bit more than other airports, which are primarily domestic-oriented in terms of the flights coming and going. And as you mentioned, Delta, as you take a look at shares of Delta, yesterday the head of operations said we're going to add another 1,000 pilots by next summer. This is all part of airlines gradually increasing their flights, their capacity. It's not always going to be the smoothest, but they're going to be doing that over the next several months. We've already seen a big dramatic increase in terms of capacity over the last 3 months. Andrew?
Hey, Phil, before you go, should we be expecting more flight cancellations and delays like this summer, like what we've been seeing over just the last few weeks? I mean, is that what you're expecting at this point?
I wouldn't be surprised. I would expect that you will see some bumpy times. And what you're seeing with American right now, American got a little aggressive in terms of bringing back flights, and they had no slack in the system. So when you have bad weather, you have some cancellations, and you don't have the staffing levels where you need them to be, then you've got to go back and cancel flights. Is it the end of the world? No, but it's not good in terms of how you are treating your customers. And the American knows that. They don't want to have to cancel flights and make people change their flight plans. So you will see this from time to time. Look, we saw it last year around Thanksgiving and Christmas with Delta, that they ran into this problem. You just can't flip the switch and immediately get these planes back in the air, have staffing at the levels that you want. It's going to have some rough moments.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.